everybody. You're welcome to the Daily Digest for this week. And I do apologize for the change of mind that I had. Please bring this down a bit, please. Okay, now. I apologize for the change of mind that I had. Initially, we were going to continue with what I wanted to do with Diary, but because there's been reactions from lawyers and the issues of some lawyers have reacted from Falano and Co. I thought there was a need to continue my discussion with GT on the development in the Quam 1, Quam 2, and Quam 3 of Quam 4 cases. Morning, everybody. My name is Jimi Disu. I have on the line GT Ogunye. I don't know if they've got him here. GT, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, thankfully. Thankfully, I heard you loud and clear. Well, between the time we spoke yesterday, when I said you'll be coming today, and between that time and today, there's been a development of some of your colleagues criticizing specifically Festus Keyamo, SAN, of usurping the powers of the agency on the one hand, and secondly, also on the discussion to grant pardon to the lady and Quam 1 on the case, on both cases that are yet, investigation is yet to be completed. May I remind you, GT, that as at Monday, the police issued the statement that they've just been given to the memo, whatever it is, to investigate the case. And by today's Thursday, by Tuesday or so, the minister, long before the police ever got started, has said that this is what they were going to do. I don't know if you've been following the case.
Yes, I've been following both cases.
Okay, so let's take them one by one. Let's take the latter first. And in the case of the lady, thankfully she's been freed. But I told Sheriff, I was the Sheriff yesterday at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I told him that I was aghast by the fact that she was remanded by a magistrate till the 2nd of October. And I think I mentioned that to you. I wonder what... I'm not criticizing the magistrate because I don't know what the law says. But I want you to educate us in the first instance why the girl had to be remanded. The lady, had to be remanded all the way till October 2. But for this intervention, she would have been in Kirikiri till the 2nd of October.
Well, thank you for inviting me to share my thoughts. Criminal proceedings may appear not to be clear to the uninitiated. But, when cases are brought like that, partly for reason of satisfying the constitutional provisions that require that the suspect, an accused person, be brought to court within 24 or 48 hours. And for the reason that, hardly is investigation concluded, within 24 hours, or 48 hours as the case may be, the person is hurried to court. This is what is called in legal parlance or criminal trial parlance, overnight cases. And so they brought before the magistrate, who does not have the time to adjudicate the matter at that time. And the police, or the prosecutors will not have the time to assemble all the witnesses at that time. So you can't have a summary trial, summary proceeding on that day. So what then happens is that the person is committed to prison or remanded in custody pending the time trial will commence. And usually at that point, if the person is represented by a lawyer, the lawyer asks for bail because bail is almost a constitutional right, and these are bailable offenses, simple offenses that are alleged, not capital offenses. And so the person is granted bail. The person who has been granted bail, in this case a criminal defendant or an accused person, may not be in a position to immediately perfect his bail. And so it's then remanded in prison custody pending the time he will perfect his bail. In the proceedings that we're discussing, I didn't read about bail being granted. All I read was that the person was remanded in prison custody, outstanding when a bail application will be brought. But usually in the magistrate court, not being a court of record, being a lower bench, bail application can be made orally. So I thought that at the stage of arraignment, the magistrate, even Sumoto on his own, could have granted bail on liberal terms, regardless of the fact that if the person didn't perfect his bail, remanded in custody, and then thereafter he can perfect the bail, or he could have perfected the bail. My summary is that although the magistrate remanded already in prison custody till October, it wasn't likely that that lady was going to stay in detention till that October. Post that date, a bail application would have been brought, bail application would have been granted, and the lady would have been released from prison custody. It is only when the bail granted is not perfected, or when bail is outrightly denied, that you can have such a long period between the time of arraignment and the time of release from custody pending trial.
Okay, so moving to the larger issues, I wonder what your reaction is to the fact that, especially in the case of Kwamon, it had been referred to the police. The police said they were going to begin investigation, and by the next day, your senior colleague, being the minister, jumps in and takes over everything and grants pardon and so on and so forth. I want, from as a lawyer, I wonder what you feel about such a process.
Well, just to be clear, Mr. Feso Kiyamo, senior advocate of Nigeria, is a senior advocate of Nigeria. It's not my senior colleague.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Because professionally, I'm a senior.
Okay.
But that's not important. I'm talking with regard to year of call, not gallanding of the person that has become a senior advocate of Nigeria. And I respect him. He's my friend, since we're all in the human rights movement. This might take a minister of aviation at this time when all these oddities are occurring, is in a position to look at all these occurrences from a political lens, striving always to ensure that there is cordiality, there is stability in the ministry that he superintends.
Yes.
What I think must have weighed heavily on his mind is how soon normalcy will be restored, and how soon these matters, even if they are going to be papered over, will lead to a situation in which there is stability, there is regularity, there is no problem in the sector. And so, whereas those of us who, or many people who talk seriously and who think seriously about equality of all before the law, equal treatment by the law, and that justice must be done even though the heaven fall to the highly placed and the lowly placed, the lady of justice is blind. All those are things that we say. Whereas we see that justice must be done in this case, there must be investigation, have been promised at the outset, because when the news broke and the immediate steps were taken, the minister himself said that investigation was going to continue.
Yes.
And now there was a kind of laid-back disposition on the part of the law enforcement authorities, and eventually the police was pressured into now saying that they are going to investigate the matter. So the approach of the minister We then appear to be on a full equivalency platform. What I call balancing. One
Yes.
could cancel the other. Was something that many people frowned at. That there was a truncation of due process, and that process was not allowed to run its course. Of course, when people talk about vindicating the rule of law and ensuring that justice is done to all, and that you highly placed, you so placed so high, the law is higher than you, and all those mantras that we say, it's expected that if a politically powerful, an influential person, a money bag, or somebody that is important in society, everybody is important, everybody being a citizen. If such person were to infract the law, the law would take its course, and those who manage the system will ensure that person is taken through the process. So that even if at the end of the day the person is found guilty or culpable and the law is applied, the issue of prerogatives of mercy is there.
Yes.
The prerogative is the prerogative. A prerogative is a discretion. At that tail end, you can then apply the prerogative. But you don't short-circuit the process for people to then have this feeling that, justice is not blind to all, that lady of justice can see clearly, and that, some people are treated differently while some people are also subjected to the law. That rankles. And so on this occasion, it will have been better to allow that process to run its course and for the authorities first to determine whether charges to be brought and prosecution to proceed. Because that's also a matter of discretion. The state has the discretion to prosecute or not to prosecute. That's the truth. And even if they have started prosecution, the state, through the attorney general, can, apply nulli prosecute. It can rank, people can be angry about it and all. Why should you stop prosecution and all that? And this kind of debate can then occur. And then at the end of the day, even if conviction is secure and sentence is pronounced, the state can still apply the prerogative of mercy. It's a prerogative, it's a discretion. Okay? So there are processes down the line, or there are junctures down the line, when the state can look at this thing again without giving the impression that all animals are equal, but some are more equal than the others. As it is said in Animal Farm by George Orwell. So it rankles, and I thought that the minister should have, looked at the matter differently. But I can understand that the minister wants a quick fix solution. He just wants normalcy. He wants he's the minister in the sector, and he wants normalcy to be restored without allowing time to be wasted and all that. And I think that by short-circuiting the process, the minister will feel confident that he has achieved that, even though you complain that there are rough edges.
Okay, let me read something that another lawyer has said, an SAN, and he said that the headline is "Federal Government has lost the moral right to prosecute unruly passengers." Femi Falana. He said, disagreeing with the federal government, Femi Falana, SAN, said in a statement, "The Office of the Inspector General of Police has commenced investigation into the serious criminal allegations leveled against Kwam over his recent conduct at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. One of the allegations being investigated is that the suspect opened his flask and poured its contents on a pilot, a security officer, and some passengers, without allowing the police to conclude their investigation and possibly file charges against the suspect. The federal government has hastily accepted his apology and granted him pardon. As if that is not enough, the federal government has announced plan to engage the suspect as an ambassador for proper airport security protocol after the recent controversy. It is doubtful if the federal government has considered the full implications of the handling of the case of Kwam 1. By this hypothetical action, federal government has lost its moral right to arrest and prosecute any passenger who commits an offense at any of the nation's airport. For instance, the federal government decided to withdraw the charges filed against Ms. Comfort Emerson in the magistrate's court, the passenger accused of unruly behavior, because of the refusal to charge Kwam 1, the appropriate criminal offense. Since citizens have equal rights, this is the part I want you to comment on most. Since citizens have equal rights, obligations, and opportunities before the law, the federal government will henceforth be accused of subjecting any unruly passenger to discriminatory treatment on the grounds that Kwam 1 was pardoned without any criminal trial whatsoever. How do you react to that?
Well, I agree with the Lionel Silk, Frank Falano, substantially. But in reality, it doesn't lie in the mouth of an accused person who may be undergoing a trial that, my trial is discriminatory because you are charging me with armed robbery. There was an armed robber, who was caught and he was not so charged. That cannot be taken as a defense. At the level of advocacy and, talking about what is right in society, this kind of argument is very solid, is good. And I adopt that position and sentiment.
Yeah.
The issue is that the state in acting must be very careful. I have said earlier that down the line, the law is allowed to take its course. Down the line, certain things can be done. There, of course, at that time, there were people who say, no, don't allow the prerogative of mercy. No, don't finally prosecute. No, you can't even decide whether you are going to prosecute or whatever. It's too early in the day. But to disallow investigation at all, that's an abuse of power. An incident like that happened. There must be an investigation by an independent investigating authority, the police, and let there then be a police report which will land on the table of the Attorney General if the police is not prosecuting, for example, and then they will then look at it and say, do we prosecute or not? That question will be posed and a decision will be taken on that. But this action, this intervention by the minister has disallowed that process. So, which is what I say is rankling. Now, the other lady whose charges were also withdrawn, nobody is complaining very much against that. But it's the same argument. If indeed the state believes that, or the police believe that there was a reasonable ground to file charges against her. So, why do you then hurriedly withdraw the charge? Is it because of public outcry or because you want to balance? Because it's the same argument. If that charge was not a witch hunt, if that charge was not to harass her and intimidate her, so why if you believe that indeed there was a reason to proceed against her, why do you then hurriedly withdraw the charge? So it's the same argument. The state, in taking steps or taking this action, must consider the larger picture. There's a society to run under the rule of law. And essential to the rule of law is equality before the law. You must treat unequal people equally.
Yeah.
Jurisprudentially, this is regarded as a farce.
Okay.
When you say equal citizen and say that, a principal or
okay, GT, I have to take a short break now. I'll come back to you. Don't go away. We'll come back to you immediately after this short break. We'll be right back.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Golden penny pasta, what's your reason?
What's your reason, oh?
Everybody gather round. Come and hear the news in town. From the kitchen to my heart, every single body's a thrill. With every bowl I share, I find more reasons.
There are more reasons to love Golden Penny pasta, enriched with protein and fiber for you and your loved ones. Golden Penny pasta, great taste, good nutrition.
Every day is about winning with one play on Nigeria Info. On Nigeria Info, daily winnings is now over 150,000 naira. Just go to oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 #3#. Play with as little as 500 naira, and in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. The more you play, the better your chances of winning every day on the Morning Crossfire, WhatsApp Lagos, and Game On shows on weekdays and the Football Frenzy shows on weekends. But that's not all. Every Friday, there will be a 500,000 naira jackpot. Playing during the week automatically qualifies you for the weekly jackpot. Your chances of winning are the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or dial *347 *880 *3#. Remember to play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18. OnePlay is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission.
Meals have a way of taking us on a journey, and when you add plenty of vegetables like efo, ugu, and season with the rich taste of North seasoning cubes, even better.
So, go ahead and elevate your meals with more vegetables and the rich taste of Knorr cubes. Today, eat for good.
Na so I dey on my own. Na a message enter my phone. Fiam. I can't click am. Fiam. Na so my money for account go. Fiam. Hey. If to say na Airtel you dey use, them for first alert you before you click am. Airtel they identify spammers, then alert them customers with AI powered service to make sure say you no fall mugu for wuruwuru scam messages. No charges, no subscription needed. Me sef they go join Airtel. Fiam.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Football is on.
Liverpool are champions again.
When the streets erupt for screamers and last-minute winners, you know it's on. For the passion, the rivalries, the biggest football stars. Oh, it's on.
It's astonishing.
It's on everyone's lips, on every screen. It's on every week for the diehard fans and even the occasional fans. Football is on, and it's on for every reason. Only on SuperSport. Stay connected and stay with us, starting from DSTV Yanga.
Introducing the all-new Infinix Hot 60 Pro Plus, the slimmest 3D curved screen in its class. Celebrate moments with its pro-grade photography powered by Sony. You can erase, expand, and perfect photos, all in a dedicated AI button. And its Google Circle to search has no limits. Tough yet slick with its Corning Gorilla Glass 7i, plus IP64 splash and dust resistant. Get the Infinix Hot 60 Pro Plus today. Hot 60 Pro Plus, ultra slim, ultra powerful.
Okay, sandwich, fruits, and water. The new 33cl Nestle Pure Life Premium Drinking Water. Handy size for my little ones. No more half-finished bottles coming back home.
The new 33cl bottle. Big enough to refresh, small enough to finish. And thanks to our trusted 13-step quality process, every drop is refreshingly safe. Nestle Pure Life Premium Drinking Water. Source of hydration you can trust.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Easy to open, easy to squeeze, easy to scoop, and easy to stir.
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Hey, rewards don't land. When I buy airtime and data on any network,
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes and call
3% cash back.
Now so, smart cash back, don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash Cashback Reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cashback. Or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cashback sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No dull yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today. Terms and conditions, Deja.
Share your next holiday trip with South African Airways and enjoy a special discount on any of our holiday destinations. South African Airways offers special fares for individuals, family, and groups to experience the best of Africa, from the beautiful sunrise in Cape Town to the breathtaking natural beauty of Victoria Falls. Fly your family to enjoy the magnificent beaches and crystal clear waters in Mauritius. Plug into the historical events and places in Harare and Lusaka. Wow, it's a holiday like never before in Africa. Contact us on telephone 201-270-268125 or email reservationslagos@flysaa.com. Log on to flysaa.com or reach out to your nearest travel agent. Make it a memorable holiday with South African Airways. South African Airways, connecting Africa to the world, one flight at a time.
Start your day and have a good time.
Kivo Creamer.
Where you need to have the break time.
Kivo Creamer.
If not tea, Papa Garita.
Kivo Creamer. Kivo Creamer.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Yeah, sorry, JT. Welcome back. DJ, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay, very, very quickly, a final one though, so I can let you go and end those dollars that you are known to have earned. Don't worry, the tax authorities are on holiday today; they won't hear that. Finally, the enough of talking about Kwamon. His issue is very clear to everybody. He's been, he himself, even in the apology, apologized to the president. He's a friend of the president, so the political issues are very clear to everybody. There's no point in flogging them. But I'm a bit worried about the girl's rights, the lady's rights, because she's not a girl as such. And that is to say that, would you advise that she seek legal redress with the little that you know of what happened to her?
That's a straightforward question.
Yes.
I'll answer that question, but permit me to just quickly say this.
Yes.
Still talking about Kwan One.
Yes.
In Lagos here, during the COVID era,
yes,
a lady who is a success in what she does, Funke Akinke,
yes,
was charged to court.
Yes.
And she was convicted. But thereafter, the governor of Lagos State, granted her amnesty or pardon to obliterate the taint of that conviction.
Yes.
That's exactly what we see. That's exercise of prerogative of massive powers under the Constitution.
Yes.
Because the governor can exercise that power. So, just to make the point that pardon must come after the admission of guilt in a legal process, not just outside, and then, you have this kind of arrangement. Now, for the lady, I think that, the lady, after that incident, will have reason to sit back and reflect. And of course, there may be people, including lawyers, who may goad her into taking a precipitate legal action.
Yes.
And as a lawyer, I would say that, yes, you can always test the law. But, it's both ways. And I think that the minister was alluding to that when he says that both parties will have to admit that they were in errors and all that. The aspect that people have emphasized and condemned is the aspect of the, alleged indecent exposure and all that.
Yes.
But, if you took everything together, including the scuffle, the resistance to arrest, to evacuation, the fight on the bus, the kick, because the lady was not just sitting and being punched and being buffeted and being dragged.
Mm-hmm.
He was also giving back to, quote unquote, people that he thought were his assailants and all that.
Is that not the case of two fighting?
Exactly. So if you look at that process, I think that the lady may be more, humble in assessing whether she has a right or she had rights that were violated that she had to vindicate in a court of law. I think that lawyers will be more circumspect in goading her to go on. But, the court is there for everybody.
Yes.
Anybody can go to court to challenge an alleged infringement on any of the person's fundamental rights.
Mm. Okay, so what are your concluding thoughts on the whole issue?
On the whole issue, my concluding thought is that, one, Nigerians, of course, enabled by the social media, we're in the information age, are speaking loudly
yes,
about our rights and so on and so forth. But we must also think about our own responsibility under the law.
Yes.
You cannot go to the airport, board a plane, and cause such scenes. You can't do that, no matter how highly placed you think you are, or how lowly placed you are. So Nigerians must also know that yes, they are rights, they are also duties, they are responsibilities, and that they must observe the law. Number two thing is that the state, in dealing with issues of this nature, has to uphold the law. When you abandon the law and you start dealing with discretion, rule of the thumb, preferences and all that, the society will collapse.
Yeah.
And I think that on this occasion, the state dropped the ball. The third issue is that in the age of ICT, the internet, we must take personal responsibility. People die on the road accident, and people just they pull up their phone and start recording without even helping those who are dying.
Yes.
That's not responsibility, because we can, indeed, sieve out the issue and say that this is wrong, this is whatever. Those who are recording later and putting it on the internet and uploading, what do they want to achieve? So there must be responsibility. Indeed, that aspect can be isolated and dealt with under the cyber law.
Yes.
That will leave the issue, but you are the one who recorded this incident and uploaded it. What do you want to achieve by that? So we must also take personal responsibility. This whole idea of, including the way we treat the dead.
Yes.
People die and they are laying in state, and then as they are dying, the hospital people are recording it and putting it on the internet without even respecting the privacy of those who died and their family members.
Okay, GT, thank you very much.
There's so many lessons to learn from all this, and I think that Nigerians are learning this lesson.
Okay, GT, thank you very, very much for giving us your time this morning. God bless you. That was Mr. GT Ogunye giving us, he's a lawyer, giving us his perspectives and also the legal angle to this issue that we have, which I hope will bury itself ASAP so we can move on to other things. But we'll open our lines for the latter part of the program in case you have any views that you have. There's no point asking questions because it is run to court now. It's going to earn his money. But we will take the views that you have on this issue. The line to call is 0201 2770993, and the female line is 0201 465 7190. One more time, I'd like to appeal to people when you do call in, do not waste valuable time by greeting everybody in the studio. Will you just mention your name and go straight to the point? We have just 1 minute. Remember, other people are trying to call in, so do not waste valuable time. by good morning, this, good morning, that. Just mention your name and go straight to the point. Before I forget, on Saturday, Chief Bode George is going to be here. And the very first question I'm going to ask him, let me give you the very first question I'm going to ask him is that, does he support the comeback of President Jonathan? That's the very first question. So if you meet it in the first minute, that's it. That's the very first question I'm going to ask him. So now I'll take some calls, okay? Hello, good morning.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
God bless you. Yeah, I just met.
Oh, we lost that. Oh my God. Okay, please call back. Let's try another one. Hello. Yeah, you can take a message. Yes.
Okay. So I have this message here that says the handlers of the aviation misconduct saga didn't even consult the number one law officer of the country for his opinion and guidance. They're all scared of Mr. President.
We don't know if that happened. We don't know. I'm very, very sure that Festus Keyamo would have consulted the presidency before taking up this. In fact, I'll be surprised if he wasn't told what to do. That's part of the problems of this job. We might whiplash Festus Keyamo all we like, but maybe he was told to do so. That's why I keep saying that. Maybe when he writes his memoirs, he will get to know the truth about what has happened there. He could have been called 2 a.m. in the morning and dictated to, and he has to do it. That is one defense I can put up in his case. Might not be his doing. Okay. Good morning. Hello. Hello. Okay, we lost that number again. Okay, we have it back now. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes.
My name is Bless. I'm calling from Anja.
Yes.
Yeah, Uncle Jimmy. You see, I've always say this, and even everywhere I go, sir. Everybody you see in this country, we love to oppress. If you see everything that go on in that aviation sector, if you see everything, you discover that both the passenger, the people that want to enter the airplane, the pilot, the security, everybody are all oppressor. So that we love to oppress. Now, see the way the people, the common passenger like the lady, the people that like passenger like the lady, look at how they could not even ask the security or the person that the lady was fighting with what really happened. Everybody, I don't know when that the food was here. He said we love hypocrisy.
Okay, thank you very much. Your 1 minute is up. Thank you very much for your contribution. I was laughing at myself in the video here. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Odogowan and to Eric Mo. Joe Gabriel calling from Turkey.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. See, Uncle, you just took the word out of my mouth. I tell you the truth, Uncle Jimmy. Yes. There is an order coming from somewhere. I'll tell you. You see, Festus Keyamo, I must tell you the truth. I was one of his critics before the ministerial appointment. He's been doing well under President Tinubu. But honestly, I must tell you
yes.
You made mention of what's it called? Seeking relevant. If our governors are seeking relevant, they are doing their job the way this country will not be like this. If you leave Festus Keyamo to do his job, I'm sure Kwawa will not go unpunished. There's an order coming from somewhere. I'm telling you the truth.
Okay,
God bless you.
Well, my take on this is definitely, I don't know whether it's an order, but I know that Festus Keyamo is a matured man. He's my friend, though. Let people know that he's my good bro. But I don't think he'll be doing this without the buy-in of the presidency. So one or two top members of the presidency. The publicly, Kwangwon has made it very, very clear that he's related to the president somewhat. They grew up together. And even in his public apology, he mentioned the president, which I found a bit strange. But to the best of his knowledge, that's the best way to handle it. So, First Class, I doubt this. Whether he was told to do it or he did it himself, he would have gotten the buy-in of the presidency in this manner. But he's the minister, so he must carry the can. And Nigerians have never been known to resign on point of principle at times like this. I tell you this, it can be very dangerous to do. Remember that a minister once went to jail in this country because of a wristwatch. Minister of Oil, Tam David West, because of a wristwatch. So we understand these things, but we also have a job to do and domicile things where they should be. Let's take another contribution. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Morning, sir.
This is Gabriel from Olowora.
Yes, sir.
Is this the way to rebuild Nigeria? This is not the way to rebuild Nigeria. The Boko Haram, they killed, and then you reintegrate them, and they become born again. Now, Juan did the zone. You forgive him. Is this the way to go? So Nigeria is going to slide into banana republic where there's no law. Everybody show his money and macho. It's okay, but let us rebuild Nigeria. Nigeria will not be good this way. Thank you.
Okay. Very valid point there. Tomorrow, I have a young lady, tomorrow is Friday, day for the young people. And I have a lady, Catherine Akapo. She's going to be my guest for tomorrow. And she makes artworks and furniture. So be prepared for that. And remember, like I said on Saturday, Chief Bode George will be here. And I told you what the first question is going to be. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, sir. You have to speak up, though.
All right. Good morning. My name is Joe. I'm calling you from a job.
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I am not totally happy with what is going on in the country, Nigeria. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you loud and clear, sir.
Oh, all right, sir. There was a caller that just called a while ago, and he spoke about the arresting Boko Haram, just started killing and all that, and they get integrated into the society, and government comes telling us that they were repented and they're done with what all the atrocities they committed. That's making me to begin to ask myself and to wonder, where is Nigeria? What's going on?
I can hardly hear you, sir. We'll have to please call back with another number. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Miss Uncle Jimmy.
Yes, sir. Morning.
So, Uncle Jimmy, you see...
you called before. Stop playing this game. Stop playing this game. You called before. Let's respect ourselves, okay? I don't know. It is not within me to want to insult, sir, but don't push me too far. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Morning.
Well done, sir. This is Godwin from Lapwe.
Yes, sir.
My question is this. The current children in this country today, what is the lesson that the current administration in power under these 10 years of APC ruling, what legacy are they going to leave down?
Yeah.
The reward for criminality is now promotion and international positioning. The people that are decent are no more the right citizen of the country. It is the opposite. Sometimes ago, some months back, I mean last year, this one of these musicians who was locked up, something Naira Marley also. So NBA, they brought him to Port Harcourt, if you could recall.
Yes.
The same pronouncement and the confirmation of a word so-called ambassador. Now, the person that did what we know is wrong, life are involved. Somebody on their own thinking level says, yes, it's a good one. and they need to be promoted so that our children will continue in that way. Sari Dokubo also in Abuja the other time, he was given presidential position to speak to the whole country. This is a good legacy for the country, especially for the children coming.
I think your point has been made, sir. Thank you very much for your contribution. I'll take my last contribution for the day. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Or do you have something to read? Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, Uncle Jerry. Good morning, sir.
Morning, sir. Morning. How are you? Click, please.
Emeka Dine from Platform. Like the last caller was saying, he just walked along my line of thought. What we're doing in this country, we are rewarding unruly behavior. And this whole thing took place, the way they just ended this Pawon saga just because of presidential backing. Honestly, we cannot shy away from that. Now, what lesson are we leaving for our children? That you can be unruly insofar as you have contact somewhere, you know what big brother somewhere, you'll be rewarded. What does it mean by ambassadorial endorsement? It's a shame onto this country. We can't continue like this. So okay. A paradigm shift. Something has to move. Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. My final thoughts on this, I hope this will end, at least my own intervention on all this, is that know the country that you live in. That's the part that concerns me and should concern you. You must know your country very well. Do you have rights in this country? I beg to say I don't think you have rights. Let me be honest with you, so that you will know to what extent you will be asking for your rights. I'm now talking to you as adults. I'm not talking about legal. I'm not talking about constitution. I'm not talking about anything. I'm just telling you plain fact. Be very careful with the country that you live in. Be very, very careful as you move around. When the time comes and we start talking about rights, is another issue. But let us talk to ourselves and brothers and sisters. Be very, very careful how you move around in this country. They say that Pekin, when no get mama, you know they get wound for back. That is the last message I have on this. Tomorrow, I'll have my guest tomorrow, the young lady entrepreneur. But on Saturday, I will have Chief Bode George. By the way, I think the Premier League starts on Saturday rather. So there's enough football to keep you entertained. Femi and the gang, all of them will be here. So, Mr. Sheriff, thank you very much, as usual, for standing by me at this crucial time. At this critical moment. I must tell you this. I almost lost my mind in the middle of all this. But we will survive. What's Up Lagos comes on next, so don't go away.
Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's